So this is zucalunga. Zucalunga is some Italian pumpkin zucchini type. It tastes like zucchini, and it really grows big, so you can beat people with it when you are afraid in the night. That's why it's here. No, joking. Hello, I'm Ulrike. I'm from Hamburg in Germany, and I lived since 6 years in Croatia in Ivanić-Grada. I was in Germany. I was professor for geodesy at Bochum University of Applied Sciences. And now I'm living here together with my husband, and we are doing maps.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm from Philippines. I'm Gonzalo Quintana. I'm Argentina, from Buenos Aires.
When I came to Croatia, the first thing to do was logical, was that we do something together. And we spend a lot of time renovating our house and making the garden, but somehow it has to be financed. So we started together to make maps. It was kind of annoying us that the customers from us always got a map and then they made the business with it. So we get one time the money for it, and they make lots of money with their maps later when they sell them. So we decided to open our own offer for map making and souvenirs. And first thing that we did was making a map for Maximir Park, because this was then after our history with this Dublin and New York and Portland parks. It was quite logical to make also a map for Zagreb, for Croatia. So then we started our business with this Maximir Park map. And now additionally to that, we make custom-made maps from carton, 3-dimensional carton maps, a little bit like architectural models, where it's really cut it layer by layer and then glued on each other by carton for Tres or Krk or Brigada we recently make, or Primostim, so that you really have some 3D 3D visualization of the area where you like to be in. So now we are having the winter garden set. We are trying to make the garden useful the whole year. First we were only doing in the summer, but this was kind of stupid because in the summer it was too dry. My only experience with vegetables was when I was a kid. My mother was planting 2 tomato bushes in a pot, and they were growing behind the house. She was doing this one summer, and this is my experience with gardening. Maximir map, we walked 120 kilometers and we mapped really everything. We mapped every bench, we mapped every street light, we mapped every special tree. There are marked there, there's marked trees there. Now we have the full park as a map with 56 kilometers of hiking path, walking path, which are in the park. And I think 1,300 benches or something like this, and 50,000 trees somehow fits the amount of trees that we made. The work together with the husband is really funny because we are professional twins in a way. We met on an international project and we were really doing in fact the same things. Here in Croatia, me in Germany. We are just a team, so we do everything together. We do discuss everything, and I say like this and he says like that, and I say like this and he says like that, and then we discuss a little bit, and then in the end we decide together how we will make it. The good thing is we are also exchangeable in every part of the process. So when one has no motivation to do this, then the other one does this, or when I don't want to digitize trees, then Rajan is digitizing trees. So we can exchange every task that we do, and this is very practical. When we started to be together, we spent a lot of time also at Rajan's parents. They had a garden, and so we learned a lot about gardening. And one day the father took out this raki machine. And I was thinking, what's this? And Rajan said, yeah, he's making the raki. So he started a month before with cutting the apples and pears in small pieces. And it will be raki, it will be raki. And I was excited. I said, oh, they make raki. I want to see how it's done. So we learned a lot from his parents. I learned a lot from him. First year we were living with his parents, and they taught us a lot. And now we find a way, we figure it all out on our own. Luckily there's internet, we can learn a lot. And it's trial and error. And we do it very scientific approach. We make this rotation of the vegetables, that they don't grow in every place double. We try with permaculture, we see on which ground they grow best, with which treatment. So we make then on one field test which grows no good with chicken manure or without manure, with the mulch. So then we make our own plan where grow what with which treatment to get the most out of it. When we bought this house here and discovered we have our own raki machine from the previous owners, it was clear. And then all the old fruit trees, and then we started to make our own raki. We make plum raki, apple raki, pear raki. We tried raki from smoked, which tasted absolutely not. And so we really tried everything, every food that we have to make the raki out of it. The only thing that really didn't work out was garlic. Garlic raki doesn't taste, it's not recommendable. People in villages in Germany, they don't have their own gardens because everybody has only a small parcel, and then nobody is doing gardening because nobody has the time to do the gardening. Everybody is working. So who can build a garden and make a garden when you have to work all the day and you come home and it's dark? So nobody has the peace and the inner, how to say, well, let's say peace, the inner peace and calmness to make his own food. So we bought this house 2021, and he was living some old granny. He was living here in this old house, and he planted all the trees, these old fruit trees. And his son, who was building this house, so they had, in a way, the last years, then the son wanted to have it. They have the nicest house on the hill. We are on top of the hill. And then he renovated this house and made it beautiful when he moved here. Here we had these old fruit trees, cherry, pears, plums, a lot of trees. Every fruit that you can imagine we planted. And that we have our own food. We are very proud and very, I would say, eager to make our own food. So that we have really are depending as less as possible on going shopping. Yeah, we are very, very happy with it. It's very, very nice, contemptful way of living, to really make it for your own, independent of the prices, of increased prices or whatever. And it tastes much better. In Germany, when you buy tomatoes, you only get some tomatoes who were grown in Holland, in Netherlands, in the Plastiniek. And they taste really like nothing, like water. Some rosa color water tomatoes. And I came first here in the back and I ate the tomatoes. I thought, wow, I never eaten so tasty tomatoes. Yeah, it's very strict, everything. In Germany, it's very, very well organized. So you go to work, you go home, you rest from the work, you prepare for the next work day. And in between, you have to consummate. So you have to buy, you have to eat, but you don't have any free time. So in fact, you just work and consummate, work, consummate. And this all year, except when you try to go on the holidays, then you go and try to make some trip to Barcelona. And then in Barcelona, what you do, you sit on your mobile and answer emails because it's just standard, it's expected in a way. Quality of life in Croatia is, for me, incomparable to Germany. Because one thing, for example, if you want to have a paper, some official paper, you can just go to the people and come with your problem there. And you get it immediately, you get the answer. So you just, we have some problem, we go to Ivanić, we go in the office, we get the answer, we get the paper. In Germany, you have to first write a letter, then you have to pay, then you have to wait for a month, then you have to pay again, and then you get the letter with the result, if you are lucky. Croatia's e-citizen is perfect, it's the best system I ever met. So when I first set foot in Croatia, I felt like I'm home, and since then Croatia is, especially with Dražen, is the place where I cannot imagine a better place to live. It's just beautiful, it's incredibly beautiful. The people are all so nice, there's so much soul in the whole country, which you cannot, I didn't find anywhere else in the world. And it's just home. I cannot describe it better. It's home for the soul, home for the mind, home for the body, home for the heart. It gives everything, and there's nothing lacking. Then I got suspicious, and then I met Dražen, and then I knew why I had this feeling before that I felt home, because he makes me feel home. So with him is my home.